I'm having some work done at home at present. Disgruntled Towers is getting a new bathroom. I still have the old one, but it no longer resides within the building. As my mate Ross put it, I currently have an ensuite garden. This does present me with a few issues, because even though the builders are doing outstanding work, I don't like having other people in my house, and that includes friends when I've invited them in. Back in the before times when you could go for a night out, if a mate dropped me off at home and I said casually, "Do you want to come in for a brew?" and they said yes, in the back of my head I'd be thinking, "You absolute fucker." One of the few good things to come from the pandemic is it's now much easier to refuse entrance to people wanting to come into your home. If there's a knock at the door, you can say to the person on the doorstep, first of all, please get back 2 meters, and I'm sorry the man with the knife is still after you and that you appear to be bleeding out, but rules are rules, you can't come in. Also, I've just had the carpets cleaned. But the main issue is how quickly I'm missing the things which we in the developed world take for granted. In the third world, there are some people who live their whole, often short lives without ever having access to clean, running water. Whereas I'm on day 3 of not having a functioning bathroom and I'm having a bloody breakdown. We've all seen those adverts of, say, an African kid who has to make a 10-mile trip on foot every day just to collect water. I'm feeling traumatised because I can't get in the bath and prop my iPad up on the end to watch YouTube. Instead, I'm having to get a bowl full of water and just wash myself down in the spare room. Then later, last night, I was doing my teeth in the kitchen sink and found myself thinking, I've got a room upstairs which is destroyed, the garden's full of rubble, I may as well put on a Glenn Miller record, pretend it's 1940 and we've just been bombed. Bloody Germans! I'm going to donate my aluminium to build more Spitfires! The truth of the matter is I like my home comforts. I like being out exploring in the wilderness, but when I go on holiday, I want to stay in a hotel. A nice hotel, so I don't need to worry about cooking and cleaning, and I can have the occasional perv at the pretty Italian girl on reception. So I've never understood the mindset of people who think a holiday involves buying a tent and going camping. Because I watch the news and I've never seen footage of a refugee camp and thought that's what I want to do with my days off. In many parts of the world, people don't live under canvas and do their cooking outside for fun. So when I see people going tenting, I think, why don't they go all in? Why not set up their tent in Calais and then see if they can jump on the back of a lorry coming to Britain? And who knows, within a few weeks, they could be working illegally at a car wash. In the West, we've all seen businesses like this. A car wash charging £4, euros or dollars for 6 men to wash the car at the same time. And only one of them speaks English and he's the guy taking the money. There's no way those guys are making minimum wage. So it's a fairly safe bet some of them have come into the country outside of the conventional methods. But how shit does someone's life have to be for them to give up their family, their friends, their home, everything they hold dear for the prospect of coming to the UK so they can jet wash some rich wanker's Lexus on a disused petrol station forecourt on the outskirts of Rotherham? And that's what I'm trying to get at with this video. There are so many people who focus on what they haven't got rather than what they have. If you live in a developed country and you have a roof over your head, electricity and running water, you're doing okay. There are millions of people worse off. And I say that because I caught myself yesterday. I arrived home from work but couldn't park on the driveway because the builders had left some tools there, and I heard myself saying, "Oh, for fuck's sake," because I was being hugely inconvenienced by having to drive the car 10 yards down the road and then move it again later that evening. Now, I don't think people living in Syria or Afghanistan would be able to comprehend why this minor inconvenience sparked such a sense of moral outrage. Because I imagine those people finish their day's work feeling happy if no one they know has been blown up, shot or beheaded. And to hammer the point home, when Mrs. Disgruntled and I decided we wanted a new bathroom, we picked what we wanted and we bought it. That was it. The biggest concern I have is whether the burnt oak flooring will look right against the marble shower surround. And the turmoil I'm having to endure to get this is 5 days washing myself from the washing up bowl and crapping in the dark. And it's not just me. There are so many people who moan about fucking everything. The big one on social media at the moment is people complaining, my neighbour's been vaccinated and I haven't. Well, it's a fucking big operation. We've got to wait our turn. So rather than fucking moaning, why not praise the miracles which the scientists have done? Or celebrate living in a country where we know we will be vaccinated and it'll be free. There's a guy who lives on my street who a few days ago was screaming that he didn't have enough money to buy a takeaway. He has got a kitchen and I presume food in it. He also has a 50-inch telly and a PS5 and the fucker's been unemployed for the last 6 years. And he's not disabled, he's just a lazy bastard. I got a lot angrier in this video than I thought I was going to. That's the end. I suppose I'd better go home now and berate the builder because the chrome on the taps isn't quite as shiny as I'd like it to be. Thanks for watching.